Friends, in this video for I Thought Wealth, I'm going to talk to you on the topic, should we chase winning themes? Thematic investing is about picking an idea or a sector and playing it till the markets discover that fully. We need to be early, but more importantly, we should not be too late. If you are closer to being early than closer to being too late, then the risk of losing your capital certainly diminishes. I like this analogy of when you should board a train or how you should catch a flight. When a train has left the station, are you going to chase it in a car and try to catch it in the next station? There are people who tell you that never mind if you didn't catch the train at the starting station, you can still board it at one of the next stops and you can still make the journey. That approach is largely about getting onto the train somehow and making it to the destination. Needless to say, the train is going on the track, you are trying some other approach of reaching the next stop. You will take a lot of risks to reach that place faster than the train. So, you will create an impact on yourself while you do that. The same thing applies in investing. When a train is at its starting station, it's stationary. You have all the time in the world to do what you want and sit comfortably and create your position. You can position yourself very correctly without having to go through much trouble. On the other hand, if you have to catch it later, you may have to do a lot of things which you would otherwise not do and take a lot of risks to cut short the duration and reach that next station. Likewise, investors who don't buy themes when nobody is looking at them have to do some degree of rushing and hasty actions in order to get in later. The consequence of those hasty actions will reflect in the investment and on returns. So you know, but still we don't want to miss making that journey. So people tend to board the same train after it has made a good part of the journey. Now, what is your experience on the journey after the train has crossed 50% of the distance? If you are boarding after 50%, you only have the rest of the journey. And if you are too late, you are not going to have much experience itself on the journey. And you are reaching that destination also may not have much consequence to you if what you wanted from that journey is not going to be made available to you. This is essentially what we must remember when you do thematic investing. But now, I see people doing all sorts of things, like those poor chaps who wanted to leave Afghanistan and climbed onto the aircraft. Even as the aircraft is taking off, people want to climb onto it. Such is the anxiety amongst us to participate in new themes. We all know the consequences. Most people are forgetting that they should not latch on to a theme too late in the day. It should not be so late in the day that it will put your capital to risk. That is the single largest risk in every theme. But remember one thing, when the journey has gone to cruise mode and everything is going nicely, everybody who is on that journey is going to rave. They are going to tell others that I am enjoying this journey like nothing else. It's like going in the train with the dome and you keep on uploading selfies on Instagram about how great that experience is. That's what people who are sitting in successful teams keep doing. So those who are not on the journey have extraordinary FOMO. But the problem is, they will be spending too much to get on that journey, and that journey will not give them much of what they want. The experience would definitely be underwhelming. Also, sometimes in the investment journey through themes, if you are too late, your experience may be bad. You may actually be buying into something at a time when you should be selling. But remember one thing, even at that time, everybody else who has got in early and who has enjoyed that ride to where you are thinking of getting in will be raving about how great their journey was. Investment journeys, as they get better and better, become more noisy for those who enjoyed it and more risky for those who are wanting to get into it. That in essence is what you need to understand about thematic investing. You should not be the last guy to board, and you should not board when it is too late. Effectively, an investor in thematic investing must be willing to board the theme when nobody is looking at it, when the prices are stagnant, when everybody thinks nothing will happen, and when most people think that the time when something happens is far away. That waiting period is very much your friend, and you can build your positions to a greater scale as you keep on validating events and news flows and getting more and more convinced that this is the right thing to do and this is the right theme to bet upon. Effectively, being early to a theme and positioning yourself when the theme is stationary is the key for you to enjoy the journey and to have a great ride through that theme as it moves towards its destination. And closer to the destination, you should not be wanting to participate, and you should strictly avoid FOMO in thematic investing. That in essence is how you should approach thematic investing and how you can effectively participate in every emerging theme as we go forward. Thank you very much for watching this video.